I might be a little late on this one, but after missing the open beta twice already, I finally tried Contractors Showdown last Sunday. If you don't know Contractors yet, it's a VR Call of Duty-like shooter for basically every big platform. Not you, PlayStation, you're not even trying. And it stands out for allowing mods even on Quest 2 and 3, which means you can basically play Star Wars Battlefront 2 in VR thanks to Contractors. It's one of my favorite VR games, but I always thought it lacked one important thing: progression. Well, here comes Contractors Showdown, a 60-player battle royale exclusive to VR for Quest and PC. I tried it both on Quest 3 and PC and I have some things to say, and mild spoiler, I love what I've played so far. Let's get to the maybe not most important point, but it's the first thing you notice about this game. It's beautiful. I don't know what wizardry these people use in their cave, but what they can pull out of the Quest 3 is quite insane. When looking at my gameplay, I sometimes forgot I was looking at Quest 3 footage. Yes, it might not look as good as your latest Call of Duty, but this is running on a mobile chip at what, 90 FPS? I actually don't know for sure, but it felt smoother than the normal Contractors game. All while having this giant island right below my feet. It's insane, and we'll get to the PC comparisons later, but for now, let's just jump out of the plane. This game uses parachutes just like in Warzone, I think, and depending on how you grab and move them, you glide down faster or turn around. It's very intuitive and feels very realistic. It's really good. Once you land, it's typical Battle Royale fashion though, as you can find weapons on the ground and grab them by hovering your hand over them. Also, in typical VR fashion, you have a backpack that you can grab when moving your hand above your shoulder. Nice. Also, just like in many other games, you can find weapon attachments, scopes, healing items and shields. The shields are actually super nice, because you literally take them and slide them in, since they are literally body armor. It's awesome and very satisfying. Back to the weapon attachments. For funs, I experimented with them and actually noticed you can even use the 4x scope on a Desert Eagle, which is just amazing. It should have killed this guy, but for some reason in the last 40 seconds of a lobby you can't kill people, I guess to avoid bugs with loading into the lobby. Back to the actual game. While running around you will also find NPCs. They shoot you from the distance and killing them gives you their money. You can also find money in other spaces, just as you can find ammo. But what would you need money for? The game has different vending machines that sell weapons, attachments, armor and health items. I didn't actually find anything useful yet, but I'm sure especially as the game goes on, they're gonna be more and more important. Like maybe there are some weapons you can only get at vending machines. Who knows? So far, most of what you've seen was on Quest 3 and it looks wild. It might not look as impressive in 2D as it is in 3D, but it's one of the best looking Quest games I've played so far. By far. So, let's compare to the PC version. I don't have direct one-to-one comparisons, but you can instantly see that it looks sharper with higher resolution textures on PC. Also, you have the chance of having higher FPS if your GPU can handle it. Playing on PC is especially useful when sniping, as you can see enemies hundreds of meters away even without a scope, just like I did here, even though I didn't kill them. Who cares? It's amazing, I love this game. Let's talk about everything I liked. The weapons feel just like in Contractors, which means if you're used to them, like I am, you have a slight head start. You can grab other people's weapons, move them around and even remove their magazine. If they stop grabbing their weapon for a second, it's yours. I've never seen this and I love it so much. You can manually put the attachments onto your guns, just like in Pavlov. That wasn't possible in Contractors, so it's neat to see it here. There are Apex Legends style towers that you can grab to quickly gain height and then let go of to open your parachute. It feels so awesome because most games care mostly about the most sensitive gamers in terms of motion sickness, which is great. Inclusivity is awesome, but in VR games it almost always comes at the cost of action and fun for those who overcame the motion sickness already. In this case though, the game allows you to enable snap turning for the parachute to help with motion sickness, while still keeping it fun and filled with action. The audio on PC. I don't know why it sounds so different, it might be my capture actually, because I only noticed it when I was editing this video, but it sounds so freaking good. You can exactly hear where a shot is coming from and instantly turn your head to shoot back. It's awesome. What I also like, the hurdling system, which directly leads to what I dislike. The hurdling system. Why? Because it's so inconsistent. You never know if you need to hurdle over an obstacle or if you should press the jump button. Maybe even both work. Right now the hurdling is very inconsistent, and I really hope Caveman Studio fixes this, because it can feel super natural if done consistently. Also, I didn't see a knife or anything like that, and I don't think you can punch people, so no close quarters combat. That's it though, not much to dislike so far. I'd like to see a more urban environment, but I guess that might come with a new map in a couple of months or years. One last thing though, and I wanted to talk about this at the end. The progression system. Finally, a rare VR shooter with progression. So, how does it work? By playing the game, you unlock skin blueprints and a currency. By using that currency, you unlock the skins behind the blueprint. It's very grindy, but it's better than most VR games, because Contractors and Pavlov have nothing right now. You get into the game, shoot people, leave the game, you unlock nothing. Even if this feels grindy at first, it's something VR desperately needs. Reasons to come back to a game. Thank you for that. So, from what I've heard, there will be another open beta before the game gets released in April. The price is TBD, but it will be affordable, they say, which basically means it's gonna cost between 10 and 20 buckaroos, which is nice. Also, crossplay between Quest and PC, which means the game won't be dead for a long time. Awesome. Alright, this is it. I promised there'd be VR content coming. If you're new here, I'm Bakakuma. I like doing content about mobile gaming platforms, and yes, the Quest 3 is mobile. I can take it to the parking lot and play Beat Saber if I wanted to. I won't, but I could. Well, I would. I don't care, they can see my Expert Plus skills, who cares? If you want to see my Expert Plus skills, I stream Beat Saber every Tuesday on Twitch. And if you care about the Steam Deck or Nintendo Switch, feel free to leave a sub and follow me on Twitch. Also, don't forget my Discord, link is in the description. Goodbye!